Just getting going and double checking that we have audio here. It doesn't always seem to work unless I purposefully set it up. And you know what? It's probably working, but I had to use my headphones. Oop, not that. I had to purposely use my headphones at work today with my headset, or my phone and my headset, and that means it's connected on my phone, but it's not connected. Try it again. Alright, I'm here in the game. I'm just waiting to hear myself. That is good there. For some reason, YouTube is muted. Let me pop back here. It is always something. But it sounds like YouTube is working as well. So, alright, we've got that turned off, and we are pretty much ready to go. So anyhow, happy Wednesday. I'm your host, Secret MC Shaman, the OG Ginger, and I am excited for another episode of Final Fantasy II, the second game of the Final Fantasy universe created by Square Enix. You will find my live streams on Twitch and YouTube Monday through Thursday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time, as well as Saturday and Sunday mornings from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Monday through Thursday and Saturday mornings, I'll be working my way through the Final Fantasy franchise up to Final Fantasy VII. However, Sunday mornings are reserved for my all-time favorite game, Minecraft. In addition, I do have a new series that will be out probably next week or the week after it, where I have decided I'm going to do Skyblock. I realize that most people don't have the ability just to sit for 2 to 3 hours and watch a live stream, and that's great. So I want to create some shorter 20-minute-ish style clips that, I can play while I'm on my breaks at work. I can play before I start work, and then I can just come home, edit them up, and get them out there so that you guys can enjoy them for yourselves. And Skyblock / Sky Factory has always been one of my favorite iterations of Minecraft. So take the time, check them out. They'll only be about 20 minutes long, so I hope you enjoy them. We have already completed Final Fantasy I, but you can find the playlist for that on YouTube, along with the playlist for both Minecraft and Final Fantasy II as they are ongoing. I want to say a quick Wednesday hello to my grandkids, Delano, Gio, Alea, and Caden. I think they're my only grandkids at this point. I hope you've had a great and wonderful day. Grandpa loves you and is thinking of you. So, quick recap. In episode 6, The Devastation of Diced, we spent most of our time exploring Diced Cave after the last Wyvern of Diced charged our band of heroes to return her egg to the crystal springs deep in the cave's labyrinth. After we traveled back to Altair, where we spoke with Princess Hilda, who turned out to be a shapeshifter in disguise, We then spoke with Gordon. Um, we Gordon told us the real princess was being put up as a reward at the Coliseum of Palemcia as a prize to the victor. Now, there were no clues whatsoever, and I went back and watched where Palemcia was. Uh, so we explored the continent southwest of Altair, aiming to the Mordorish looking area. And in the center, we discovered a cave, but no Palemcia, so we are stuck with the choice of risking our necks in a cave that may prove fatal, since it is clearly going to be a future quest, or getting back to our ship and continuing the search. Personally, I'm opting for the second choice so we can get to the Coliseum and rescue Hilda. So let's head there now. We get this game all loaded up and ready to go. The downside of this choice is we have to get all the way back. I really don't know what I was thinking, and probably should have. I want his cure a little bit higher, so let's have him help Rashonda. Oh, that was a nice bump in cure. So, anyways, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. There was really nothing that we've dealt with on the west side of the map yet, except for Flynn, which is kind of central west. But, you know, I gave it a shot, didn't pan out. And that is just simply how it goes in games like this. You know what? I think he needs to cure himself. Unfortunately, I've got to use an antidote. And fix Gordon up. And I see our ship is way up in the top right-hand corner by Basque. We're going to take the shorter route. Per my usual, we're going to try each one of the elementals. See which one works the best, if any. We'll use Gordon as our medic. Oh ho ho ho. Rashonda did some pretty good damage there. Alright, Thunder it is. Oh, they do health steal. Gordon's in trouble. Excuse me. We might have to run and live to fight another day. This is not going well at all. He has no magic left. Items. Where's my high potion? There it is. It's all out of order. maybe that going up and around like that might have not been the greatest choice. But clearly coming down to mortar. It's making me feel a lot better about not going into that cave, I can tell you that right now. Items. Use. Both Parker and Gordon are out of MP. We have an extra cottage, so let's just take advantage of it. Get everybody healthed all the way back up again. Okay, well. I like very much that I figured out how to cast a spell on all party members at the same time. I also... Oh, that blizzard did some pretty heavy damage to those grasshoppers. Blizzard it is, all the way around. Who could use a little boost? Rashonda. So, yesterday, I apologize for not getting a live stream out. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to one of our family members. Our 18-year-old cat was not doing well at all. Having a hard time breathing and was moving very slow and staggered. So we had to make the hard choice to take him and put him out of his misery. It's a sad fact of life, but it is a part of life. And it's part of being a responsible pet owner that if they can't do it for themselves, you have to do it for them. But yeah, it was sad. But we had 18 years with them. Me, not so much as my wife and the boys. They had gotten him before my wife and I met. So it was definitely harder on them. No, I want to try using shell on everybody. And let's see what a little bit of cure on everybody does. So, anyways, wish you well, Mr. Cat. Thank you for being part of our lives for all these years. The first time we've come up across a ghost. I want to see what an attack does. Gordon's kind of at the end of the run here. Oh, they use... Okay, physical attacks it is. Oh, they're babies. that is a new magic attack that I have not seen yet. I am going to be happy to get out of this area. Let's just attack. These guys seem like they'd be susceptible to physical damage. Yep, they are. Oh, they do some pretty heavy damage too. That's not good. But luckily we have been really working and getting Cure up to higher level, so that way we get more hit points per use. And the goal is to get that one and all of the items. You know what? Let's. I think Asuna cures status ailments. No, maybe it's Botswana that I want. I do not have Botswana. That's all right. We'll go with the getting a little too happy with my D-pad here. And then high potion. She definitely needs a hit. Parker needs a hit. Alright, we'll leave it at that for now until we can get out of this really bad area. Oh, an imp. I haven't seen an imp yet. I really don't know what we're in for, so I'm gonna make sure we have some good buffs on us. And while we're in the middle of the battle, I'm gonna take my earbud out, get that thing out of the way, and listen to it in stereo. You know, it's hard to believe that at one point, stereo was an upgrade option. When Stereophonics came out long time ago, it was all the rage getting surround sound, and you'd have wires running all over the house just to make sure those speakers were set up in a way that you could get the most out of the effects a lot of the musicians were using, especially the what was that? Okay, we gotta get rid of this imp. Oh ho ho! Oh, we gotta get out of this area. I'm grateful to know that my characters can survive. They couldn't do that even 3 episodes ago, but even still, those are some brutal hits. I'm going to use another cottage. I think it's worth the 10,000, or I'm not 10,000, 2,000 to get our sorry hind ends out of this area. Okay. These guys we can handle. In theory. Good. That self-destruct is brutal. Just need to get a few more. Okay. Now we're in an area where we can just auto battle all the way through it. Yeah, we don't want to go all the way up. I want to go get my ship. Oh, fine. What I suspect and why I didn't think about it before, I have no idea, is Palemcia is probably down in the same area where we took out the Dreadnought. It would make logical sense to everybody, apparently except me, that I want the apothecary. We want a couple more cottages. You first. We've got the guild for it. We might as well take advantage. That'd be 100. That would be all. What do we have to sell? I'm betting we have a whole bunch of stuff that's just clogging up our inventory. I do need to be careful. If I don't know what something is, I can't sell it. Because I did that in Final Fantasy 1. I ended up getting rid of, I think it was Giant's Gauntlet. And it turned out to be a... not only something you could wear as armor, but it also turned out you could use it as an item to max out a character's physical attacks. So, yeah. I really goofed that one up. Alright. I think we've sold everything that I'm willing to sell. Let's pick up some more high potions. Especially if we're going to be going to an arena. Nope. If you've seen my previous live streams, I like my multiples of 5. Thank you very much. And it will bug me if I don't round everything off. We'll just auto battle these guys. I could turn battling off, but it's still experience, even if it's minor experience. Let's get all the way to the ship. We're honestly doing halfway decent. We're 30 minutes into the live stream. We're almost back. probably take 3 to 4 minutes for my preamble. Considering how far across the map we had to go and the beatings we were taking in that one continent, it is worth it. Almost there. I'm fairly confident I did talk to Sid and his lackey. I guess it would be his lieutenant. And they didn't have an option for flying to Palemcia. So we will grab our ship. We'll battle some of our sea monsters. And work our way down. He kind of went up in a puff of feathers, didn't he? There's our ship. Aw. So close. Okay, so we got to get all the way around that continent. I think what I want to do is we're going to come down this eastern shoreline. And I want to get to that spot where the chocobo is at. We're going to take auto battle off. Sorry, I keep forgetting that there's a little shelf underneath this desk, and when I go to shift, everything moves. Because I'd like to use Thunder and get Thunder up a lot farther than it's at. It's just one. Yep, that's what I thought. Let's go. Oh, it's magic we need. Alright, let's go get us a chocobo. They're not too far away. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to take much to take those guys out. And there's the chocobo forest. I don't know if there's another spot for chocobos other than this one. But now we can do this without being attacked. And look for Palemcia at our leisure. Just wanted to rule out this. Okay, it does take us across. But now that I've realized that that's what it does, we could have come up and around that. What was I thinking? Okay, so this is the Coliseum, and that must be Palemcia. It's kind of District 1 nestled in the mountains like that, huh? Oh. Ooh. Oh. Come on, guys. Man, we're not even getting a shot here. Let's see if physical attack does any better. Not really. Everybody's really hurting. Oh, missed every single one of them. And now we're all hit with it. Let's try Blizzard all across the board. Man. I don't know how the high potion got sorted all the way down there. Oh, good thing I took that cure. Alright, got him back up to health. Now let's... There's what I want. We're just going to take them out with physical attacks one at a time, just like we do with the Hill Gigas. That was not a good spot to stop. What do we want to use? What the heck? We got the cottage. We're not going to be able to use it once we get into the Coliseum. And based off the values of the potions that I would need to health everybody up, it would probably cost us 2,000. Alright, here is the Coliseum. Let's get in there and find out what we're up against. Take a look at the map. I also want to see, there are 4 chests that we have to find. There's nothing there. I do want to check out that emblem, though. Oh, they stopped us. It was a trap. You may fight well this day. To the victor goes Hilda, Princess of Finn. Now, is it going to be multiple different characters that we have to go? No, just one boss. Oh, he looks like a big bad boy. The Behemoth. I think we're going to start with our tried and true Berserker all the way around. Oh, he doesn't have Berserker. Alright, let's up everybody's agility. I don't know if that stacks. Some of these do, some of these don't. There it is. Let's find out. Worst case scenario is it doesn't work, right? Not out anything. Other than a little bit of magic point. Oh, I think it does. If I can force the behemoth to miss us... Woohoo! Bite on that, Chomsky. Nobly fought. Now let us give you your just reward. This is your chance to slay the Emperor. Uh-oh. Is it? Here's your reward. A reward befitting a rebel. Caramoon. I knew it was too good to be true. Humph. Threw them in a cell. Oh. Is there a secret way out? A sturdy iron gate blocks the doorway. Oh, well, here comes somebody. Question mark. Lights out! This is for rescuing me from the mines. I pay my debts. Now get out of here before they catch you. When did we rescue him from the mines? What mines? Wasn't Paul part of our party to begin with? And isn't Paul Rashonda's brother? I am utterly confused. But I'm not seeing... There's a chest there in the middle right-hand side. But I'm not seeing any other chests. Can we go in the water? Oh, we can. Okay. So we're going to go get the chest first. Of course there's monsters. Let's see if we can make them sleep. I've hardly used any of the other magics, so I just want to play with it. Find out. Worst case scenario is I end up dying and I have to go back to the cage again, redo the cutscene. Ow, those are big hits. It looks like one of the dual deads was affected pretty good by the fire, but let's try... I haven't seen these green ones yet. Let's try taking them out. They look like they could be a bigger problem. Yep. Physical damage, it's the way to go. I better get something good out of this chest. Now we have to get through the Coliseum, and I'm assuming we're going to have to rescue Hilda, since the whole thing was a trap to lure us in. An antidote. Alright. You get what you get, and you don't have a fit. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Ooh. Cottage. That was good. Ether. I like that. An elixir. Well, that's 50,000 gil right there by itself. Can't sneeze at that. Let me just double check, I believe. All right. Now we have all of the chests for this map. Just specters. Oh, but just specters also lifesteal. Ah, no. Why'd they get 5 turns? I want 5 turns with 4 people. Stack again the deck against me, will ya? You'll find out how that plays out. A little concerned how deep this Coliseum is. Nope. Items use. You're doing alright. You're doing okay. I'm willing to bump up Parker. Okay, so in case you haven't seen one of the previous videos or you're completely new to Final Fantasy, in one of the last episodes we did, when we went to defeat the Dreadnought, there was a small little thing where the Emperor did his mwahaha moment, and Rashonda had the bubble of saying, that voice, you know, big question mark on it. I am wondering if the Emperor isn't Paul, because we haven't had Paul in our party since we were initially attacked by the Dark Knights at the very beginning of the game. And then he disappeared, and we've had a score of different characters as our party members. So it wouldn't surprise me if they used that as one of those story plots to create suspense. Chimeras. We don't usually have problems with chimeras. Just warmed them up a little bit, singed a few hairs off their arms. Not a big deal. For the time period, those chimeras are pretty cool looking. Okay, so we have to go to that one. We have to go down, up. It is going to be a full-on battle all the way to Hilda. What did we just get in books? I want to give Gordon Bat. I think everybody else has... I'm going to sell the rest of them. Gordon's not staying with our party. I guarantee it. It's probably going to be just long enough to rescue Hilda, get us back to Altair, and then he's going to disappear. Oh, those were big hits by the Revenant. Big hits. Oh, two items. I know we saw Hilda in this chamber the furthest away from the door. Which, you know, of course makes sense. Princess Hilda? Hold on, we'll get you out of there. Hilda, are you all right? Gordon, I never thought to see you here. Gordon, take the princess and go. We'll draw the guards' attention while you escape. Thank you, Caraman. Be careful. I'm still working on my voices. Clearly, I'm not working on them that well, but I'm no Rich Little. I'm no Jim Carrey. Impersonations have never been my thing, but I'm working on it. It may help if I watch like a Doctor Who episode or some British actor right before I start. Or a Scottish one, or an Irish one, or, you know. I love Mrs. Brown's Boys. If you haven't seen that one, you should go check it out. Now, if you're squeamish with, you know, adult humor, then don't. But it's still pretty good. Alright, do they still have status effect? She does, and I don't know what that status effect is. Is that... let's try Insuna with her first. Nope. I don't know what that symbol is. Wonder if it's a curse. It is a curse. And now I know. But now we are going to use... We have Phoenix down. She has quite a bit of magic, so... And worst case scenario, we use an ether on her and give her magic points back. Oh, she got turned to stone. You miserable specter. Well, good thing we have some golden needles on us. Let's get out of here. This has been a brutal dungeon. We're going to be coming up on the 1 hour mark here shortly, so at that point we'll take just a little bit of break. Awesome dossum. Let's get up these stairs. All right. We'll be back in just a moment. The dog rustling around back there, and I couldn't remember if we had picked up the old food that we had set out for Mr. Cat. One, I didn't want the dog gorging on it, and two, one of the bulls had some soft food that had been sitting out since yesterday. I don't want her getting sick. That's pretty much all there is to that. Okay, so we got Hilda back. What's down here? This looks... Nope. Okay. Now we have to cross the desert. I think this is our first time having to cross the desert, so we may be in a little bit of trouble. As long as we don't get any more of those revenants, those things were nasty. We just have to make it back to our ship. Ah! Come on. Oh, wow. Those spiders were brutal. We got an extra one in the Coliseum. Let's take advantage of it before we head up to our ship. Oh. They're pretty susceptible to physical damage, so that's nice. Parker doesn't seem to be holding up his end of the fight, though. Let's make sure Parker is equipped. He seems to be doing fairly well. I think we just need to get out of this desert. And then we'll sail back to Altair, meet up with Gordon and Hilda again, I presume. They weren't waiting for us outside of the Coliseum. Typical royalty, get what they want and then leave you behind. Oh, we can do this guy. One shot. Good job, Rashonda. Okay, what is the fastest way back to Altair? If we go back up and around... Actually, I think the fastest way is just to cut across the map via the water. Sail up this way. And then we just walk ourselves back to Altair. Who knows? Maybe I'll stop in Finn and beat up a soldier just because I can. Ah, we got to the waterway. Waterway makes all the difference. Which I find interesting. Final Fantasy 1, monster attacked you on every inch of the backwater passages. Final Fantasy 2, you can actually avoid attacks by trying to stay on it. Now, staying on it's kind of a pain, but it's worth it. You just want to get someplace and not get attacked. Altair. Let's sleep while we're here. Sleep gives us the ability to refresh our minds and bodies. And more importantly, it gives us a chance to save. There's no one in here this time. There's no one in there either. Let's go down and check Hilda's room. No one in Hilda's room. Did the entire city go AWOL? What's this guy? I don't think I've seen him before. The rebel army has arisen. Our first move will be to retake Castle Finn. Princess Gordon and Princess Hilda have pitched camp near Finn. You should head there immediately to lend your strength to the cause. I was just up there, and I was just talking about going and beating up some soldiers. They couldn't have said that's where we're heading before they left. I suppose the game designers needed to do something to lengthen the storyline a bit. I just don't want to deal with any of the small monsters. But at the same time, oh, we gonna have some big oogly booglies? They said they were just out. Hold on a second. Let me go and... It said they were just camped outside of Finn, but let's see if there's soldiers left. There are soldiers. Alright, well, Castle Finn is open. I'm not really seeing any... encampments outside of it, so let's just go. We have 27 chests here to find. Oh, is that Layla? You don't want to be hacking your way deep into enemy territory without me. Leela joined the party. Awesome. Well, we have a whole bunch. I'm going to complain again. Magic. Let's see what Layla has. She does have Berserker on her. Thunder, Fire, Blind, and Blank. So, let's... I don't believe she has Scourge. I think she has Blizzard. No? Blind? No? Yeah. I don't want to give her Warp. Well... she have Blink? Yep. All right, we've got everybody up where we can possibly get them. Let's take a look at this map. There's 2 chests. One to the left, one to the right. Those are going to be easy enough to get to other than the fights that we're going to have to do. And then we go up the stairs. That's the only thing we have to worry about. Oh, a Death Flower, and they... Oh, I was thinking they weren't going to take physical damage. Good job, guys. More monsters. Of course there are. Oh, we get some sergeants. I don't know that we faced the sorcerers yet. Come on. They just used haste. Oh, we gotta finish this battle. Oh, no! You jerk! What is an Oratome? We'll find out here in a bit, but... I want Phoenix down. Where? There it is. High potion. And I want to sort again. Yeah, I guess it's alright. I didn't take the time to pick up any more high potions either, so that may prove to be somewhat of a mistake. Rashonda is doing really good with her hit points right now. Let's put... Oh, does, hold on. It just dawned on me that Layla rejoined our party, and I did not give her any weapons whatsoever, nor did I give her armor. So, the fact that she survived that is pretty good. Get rid of those specters. Man, those things are not nice. More monsters. I suspect that's going to be the case all the way through Finn Castle. While we are going through these brutal battles, I ended up doing a special Minecraft episode on Monday that you might want to check out. It was all that for a potion. 1, 2, 3 shiny. For some reason, Final Fantasy II wasn't loading properly, which was really weird. Saying that there was some kind of a network issue or whatever, which doesn't make sense because Final Fantasy II should be loaded onto my game console, and the network should have nothing to do with it. It's not like I'm playing a PvP battle or anything like that. There is nothing in this chamber. What am I missing? Alright, we'll go all the way to the top and see what happens. But anyways, being flexible and having it be fortuitous, I ended up doing a special Minecraft episode so that I could get something out for people to watch, even though I highly doubt anybody was watching it. But I live in a fugue state anyway, so let me live with my delusions, alright? Rebels? Here? Where are my soldiers? No, it can't be. This was all a trap. Oh, we have another boss. Okay, so we are going to... Oh, nope. All three of these have pretty high level berserk. So that should help Caramoon do some significant damage. Woohoo! Oh, I like that. That was quick. I thought maybe it was going to be a bigger battle than that. Which actually means I'm kind of torn because you are either going to get something really fun to watch, or you get that. You've defeated the enemy commander. It's so good to finally be back. This would never have been possible had we not worked together. I thank you all. Work together. You did nothing but pull a Daphne and get yourself all trapped. And Gordon, he was pretty much useless halfway through the game, sulking. This would never have been possible had... Oh, thank you all. Work together, my big white backside. We could never have retaken Castle Finn without your help. Darn tootin'. But there's one problem. Minwu still hasn't come back. Would you go to Mysidia to find out what happened to him? Learn Mysidia. Ask Mysidia. The Mysidian Tower is rumored to house the Ultimatome, a text containing the ultimate magic. Alright, well, hunky dunky chunky, where is Mysidia? Oh, let's learn Ultimatome. I'm certain it would prove invaluable in the struggle against the Emperor. Once again, you're sending me on a quest and not telling me where the heck it's at. But since we have cleared Castle Finn, that means we should have free access to all of those doors that I was seeing. But I don't know how to get to them. That just takes us up there. What happens if we go down here? There is a stairwell right there. So let's go to the stairwell, see where it takes us. Okay, we've got door up here. Alright, I'm here, I bite. Not a ripple of imperfection mars the surface of this mirror. Well, why did those commands come up? Ooh! I did something right. It's the egg. It's... Oh! Do we have to go back to Diced? Let's try that again. Will it work? Or will something different happen? Okay, as of right now, I do not care where Mysidia is. I want that egg. Because the only reason that they could possibly have to show us that image would be if we get to have the egg and get a break tome, toad, death. Oh, I'm getting even with you, you jerks. Let's give Death's Tome to Rashonda. I want to see what does it do? Inflicts stone when used in battle. Oh, she already has it? Since Karamoon is our heavy hitter, I think it's only... What's an Aura Tomb? Teaches the Aura spell. Enhances effectiveness against various enemy types when used in battle. Oh, she's maxed out. That's why. That means I need to get rid of something I don't think she's going to make use of. Forget... Let's forget sleep. I don't know that that's actually done us any good at all. Just looking. Okay, that is 5 out of 27. That's not a whole lot there, Charlie. Where else can we go here? Let's go back to the center. I want to go get that... Oh, can we go... No, still can't get there that way. It is possible that I'm not going to be able to get to any of these right now. Maybe there's something outside of Castle Finn that I have to go investigate? Yeah, I bet there is. But I'm not sacrificing Rashonda's health just to get through this. I can go up there. I can go up. Oh, there's some chests up there. How did I not see that to begin with? I swear I haven't been consuming anything that would impair my judgment. My judgment just simply impaired because I'm old. Okay, that's a few more. And I went up this. Doesn't take me anywhere. But there's that door right there. Let's just... What's right above it? There's a chest there. There's the chest. What? How do I get to that chest? Oh, I wonder. If I go up... No. If I go up here... and use warp? I want that door right there. But there doesn't seem to be any kind of access to it. There doesn't seem to be access to the one at the bottom right either. There is a big chamber, empty chamber there, though. Let's go up one more. Just make sure I'm not totally... Okay, we were in those two rooms already. All right, never mind. Let's go see if I'm right. Fight our way. We'll go to Diced first. castle diced. Just in case the egg hatched and it's there. Of course, everybody's using Berserker on themselves for a fight where they don't need to do it. And we'll fight some water monsters. You're not a water monster. I guess you could be considered a water monster if you're a pirate and you're on the water, but... Come on. And there is diced. These guys should go down like a feather. Quick and simple. How much time we got left? We have 30 minutes. We might be able to end this episode by getting our very own wyvern. How exciting is that? Probably more exciting for me than it is for you, but someday it will hatch, and the wyvern will spread its great wings and soar through the sky for the rebels. The wyverns can't thank you for what you've done, so allow me to do so in their place. We are grateful. Yeah, I'm not doing the sob this time. I have sympathy and empathy, but not enough to really mess with it. Alright, this is a long shot, but we're going to find out the hard way if that egg is ready to hatch. We got another warp tome that we can sell. Alright, going through these caverns was brutal. Trying to figure it out. So I'm going to go to the bottom left first. I think we've pretty much upgraded quite a bit since the last time we were here. So it shouldn't be a big issue. And we got through that southwestern continent. Oh, and those rays that we just faced early on in the game. Those were not nice. This is where we're going to end up fighting the Hill Gigas, though. Can we do this? If we can do this, I'm going to teleport out and take advantage of Rashonda's abilities. These battles are going by pretty quick. I just need to double check. It's the one on the bottom left corner that we need to get to. That wasn't the way to do it. I don't know. What do you think? Should we turn off the encounters and just get through this? I looked it up at one point. These guys are only 750, so one by itself isn't bad, but two of them can be a little bit of a challenge. Okay. Yeah, our party is buffed enough to where they can just handle this with no issue. Oh, we're gonna get to that one. That's where we want to go, right there where that rock is at. But again, I had an issue with the labyrinth and the stair system last time, so we'll see if I can do it in 30 minutes. These revenants are nowhere near as bad as the other ones. Karamoon is in some bad ways right now. You know what? Shonda's doing pretty good as far as her magic points go. Let's take advantage of that. Max everybody out. Worst, you know what? I don't know how much an ether is worth, but I know we have some, so let's just take advantage of it. They are worth 20. And that is not where I wanted to go. Blast it all. Now we have to fight our way back down. Oh, you know what I can do though? Somebody has warp. Hold on. Who has the ability to warp? Don't want to use teleport. Warp. I do not know if that comes at the cost of health, though. It doesn't appear that it does. That is a bonus. So, Magic Parker. Rather than taking the time to fight all of those monsters all over again, since it isn't going to affect his health, I am not sorry to use it. Let's take this one over here next. I am nowhere near as anxious going through it this time as I was the last time we went through this. Okay, this takes us up. Yeah, that's where we want to go. It's a long way getting there, but that's where we want to go. Yeah, it was pretty much the order that I wanted it to go in. I think that's about to be the wrong route. If you've played the original Final Fantasy II, let me know. Is this the same graphics as the original? And is the map, the overhead map, the same as well? I personally don't remember a map in the original Final Fantasy 1, so I don't know what's been added to kind of modernize it and get it up to speed with the rest of the Final Fantasies that came out. I do know that there's some videos out there with somebody playing the original NES Final Fantasy. Haven't had a chance or the time to look at it myself. And now that I'm saying it, I completely forgot that I had started a story about Monday and completely dropped the ball on it until right now. 1, 2, 3, shiny. It's just how it works. When you're rambling off the top of your head without a script, it just happens. So anyways, while we're going through this cave again, I ended up going down memory lane and doing some nostalgia stuff by looking up some of Stampy Longhead, Longnose. I'm really not sure which one he goes by anymore, but started looking up some of his old videos, and I came across a video he did promoting Stampy's Lovely World add-on to the marketplace, the Minecraft marketplace. Now, at one point, before he had even completed his Lovely World, he did have the map available for a free download for Java. Personally, him and his friends did so much work on it. I think it's great that he's able to monetize and get some money off of it. I am sure the percentage isn't extremely huge. From what I was seeing, the last count was like 9, maybe 9,500 sold. So it isn't like he's making a huge amount. Let's assume that he's even getting 10% or 20% from the sales. That's a drop in the bucket. Hey, that was a lot easier to get to. I'm not going to complain. Well, okay, yes I am, because that's just me. But that was a lot easier to get to. Anyways, going back to my story, before I forget once again, because we find the wyvern egg. Wasn't this where it was at? No, I thought it was. Good, we have a little bit to go. So, Monday, because Final Fantasy II wouldn't load up, I had just happened to download Stampy's Lovely World, and I paid the $5.99 to be able to download it because I watched a lot of Stampy when it first came out. He wasn't doing all the tutorials and trying to make himself out as being more important or more knowledgeable than anybody else. And I enjoyed that. And he was a little self-deprecating, make fun of himself, and he created storylines. Like hit the target. It was just fun. And then he had a lot of the buddy stuff that he did. I just happened to see there was another ice shield, so I wanted to see if that would benefit anybody. And it doesn't. That's okie-dokie. And I really enjoyed his Martin and Lewis routines with Squid. So, going back, I downloaded the world. Obviously, you can figure out that I decided to do a fan tour of Stampy's Lovely World. And it was 1, 2, 3 shiny from beginning to end. Checking everything out. It would have been more fun if I'd have had some other people in there that were also Stampy fans that we could feed off of, but it was what it was. So, if you want to check out my tour of Stampy's Lovely World, it is on YouTube. And for now, it's on Twitch until we find out different, or until the VOD goes away. The egg rests deep at the bottom of the life spring. Oh. I mean, yay! It's deep at the bottom of the life spring. That was a waste of time. But we made a good effort on that one. Let's... I know it's going to cost her some health, so I want to make sure she is fully healed before we go and use teleport. So we were unable to obtain the egg. They sent us down a rabbit hole that we didn't need to go down. You know, the argument could be made that I made an assumption and put myself down the rabbit hole. But what else was I supposed to think? Everybody's doing really well. Otherwise, so... yeah, we'll use the high potion. I think we're doing pretty well on Gil right now, so... going to go... I didn't actually go into the Wyvern's chamber. And I wanted to make sure that the egg wasn't just going to show up there magically. But now I have to figure out where that tower they were talking about is at. Get the canoe around the lake. Nice if I could fish. That was it for the hill gigas. So, we have let's go talk to Sid. Let's just see if Sid has any clue where that location is at. Yeah, get those Helldivers. Good job. And there's no faster route getting to him, so... we'll leave our ship on the shore. Go talk to Sid's flunky and find out if he'll take us to that location. I want to steal his ship. He doesn't deserve it. Can I interest you folks in a ride on Sid's Pride and Joy, the only airship of its kind in all the world? No matter how far, we'll take you to your destination in the blink of an eye. Of course, transportation of this fine caliber comes at a cost. Interested? Well, I was. That's not what I was looking for. Let's talk to Sid directly. Ask. Mysidia. Oh. Ultimatum? No. Ask. He's worthless other than his ship. Now we have to go back. Get on our ship. And go, go, go. I tell you what. Let's do this. I half suspect it's in that continent to the southwest. But oh, you know what? There's that little itty bitty bitty island way down there at the bottom. But before we do that, we can try that out next episode if I haven't figured it out by then. But let's grab the chocobo, since we aren't going to get attacked with the chocobo, and finish completely exploring that little South Africa-ish kind of continent with the eyeball. Actually, if you look at it sideways, it kind of looks like a rabbit without ears. So we'll fight our way down there. We only have 15 minutes left of this episode, so it's not like we're going to be able to find it. Or it's highly unlikely we're going to find it. Man, I don't want to just leave my ship too far away from where I'm going to need it. Come down around here. Physical damage does pretty much what I needed to at this point. No use getting fancy. We'll dock right here. We may have to fight 1 or 2 battles before we get all the way to the chocobo. But we'll run down and back on the continent that we're on. Go through the desert area, since I'm not completely confident that I've 100% investigated. Oh, you know what we can do with the Oh, I just realized we can kill 2 birds. I better shouldn't say that, since we're going to be getting on a chocobo. We are going to go and do some extra exploring. Because not only can we go back and forth on the desert here, I believe there's also access to that continent. Oh, there's access to all of the continent because I have the chocobo. Yeah, I'm leaving my ship behind. I just want to see if we can see if there's a forest right there, but I can't tell if there's anything worthwhile in it. But because of the way the map works, and I was being a complete dunderhead about the whole thing, we exit lower stage right, and we enter upper stage left. So now I can explore this entire map with a chocobo and not get attacked by anything. I said I was a dunderhead. I was so focused on the fact that we had barriers there, it didn't even dawn on me that there might be another way. And just, yep, look at that. I could have grabbed the chocobo, come over to this continent, explored to my heart's content last episode, and but no. Oh, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I cannot cross right there. So I have no choice but to go back and get my ship. Good to know. Despite that small, tiny little bit of a disappointment, though, I'm trying to figure out what that one little continent at the top is. Let's go to that. Or not. Let's release the chocobo, and I guess we're going to battle an antlion and a chimera. Those look way different than the antlions in... Oh, way different than the antlions in Grounded. All right. That's the end of this live stream. Whether you've watched the live stream itself or you happen to stumble across the episode off of YouTube, I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for taking this your time to spend time with me and watch me play the game and do my little commentaries, and hopefully I made something funny and entertaining for you. But from the bottom of my heart, to you and your family and your loved ones, I want to wish you all a great day, a great night, and all the wishes in the world. Bye!